Hello everybody, welcome back, and I am TheChornick, and today, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if this is too loud, but hopefully it's not, but ladies and gentlemen, it is part 13 of the playthrough of Fire Emblem. Black Eagle House, of course, ladies and gentlemen. We've just finished with Gerald's death. Oh my goodness, listen to this music, it's so sad. I ended up going and talking to everyone in off-screen land, and everyone was basically just giving their condolences and their sorries and all that stuff, and how bad they feel about the whole situation, trying to make me feel better, buying me, you know, food and sweets and stuff. But so sad things has happened, but obviously the ball was a nice sort of thing too, so we had good and bad in the last part. But in this part, I don't have no idea what we're gonna do, to be honest. So I guess we're just gonna do a lot of support, see how the characters build their bonds with one another. Looks like Manuela wants to talk to us, because I just walked into this vicinity and now she wants to talk to us apparently. So we're going to do that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right to it. Let's go for a visit.
Oh, settle down and stop with the knocking. I'll be there in 2 shakes.
You were sleeping?
Oh, dear. Professor? Is that you?
No.
Just a moment. Oh, what should I do? I can't open the door in this state. Manuela, you simply must
she naked?
quit oversleeping. Hold on.
Oh, she probably just
Where are
doesn't
my
look good.
clothes? I can't even find my...
Oh, she isn't wearing clothes.
Where in blazes is my underwear?
Oh, so she's completely naked.
Oh, what is my dressing robe belt caught on? I can't tie this properly. It's not even covering... Oh, Manuela. This will have
What
to
the
do.
frick? How about I just come back at different time? Are you okay?
I'm fine. Just hold on a moment.
I could come back at different time.
Hello. Sorry to have kept you waiting. So, what do you want?
You look fine. What were you doing? That took a while. What were you doing?
Excuse me? You had a reason for coming here, I assume. I put a lot of time and effort into making it possible to talk with you, you know.
Sounds like you were sleeping, though.
No, you've done nothing wrong. Let's just say I'm not having a good day. Actually, I didn't have a good night.
Why? Oh.
Never mind. What did you want, anyway?
There's so many things that, like, you want to know, but you don't want to know. I have a message from a knight. About last night.
You heard from him? The fellow from last night? Huh. What did he have to say?
Oh. He said we'll never go out together again. Oof.
Yeah, figures. Kind of saw it coming, actually. That's why I came back to my room and went to bed. To get over it. Thank you for checking in on me. Was that all you wanted? Well then, good night.
Good night? But it's just the morning. Is that it? That's the bond support dialogue?
I wonder, might you have a moment to chat?
Is it about my crest?
Come now. You have no need to be on guard. I'd never cause you
I
harm.
don't know.
You're far too
know.
valuable a specimen, well, that is to say, too valuable a member of the Academy staff. Indeed, the further
Sure,
my
for
crest
your
research
experiments.
progresses, the closer you come to learning the truth of your heritage. Is it not so?
What did I say? I knew it was about
When
crest,
I
dude.
learned you bore the lost crest, the very crest of flames itself, I set about learning everything I could about your past. What was the origin of your bloodline? How have the events of your life been shaped by your lineage? I became somewhat obsessed, I must admit.
That's kind of my past is my business.
I promised you no harm, remember? I merely reached out to mercenaries whom you've worked with to understand your life before the academy. Of course, I also contacted your father's old mercenary crew. Quite an interesting lot they are. It was difficult work, since I could not speak with Gerald himself. I am quite sorry for your loss. By all accounts, your father was a good man.
Dang.
I'm excited
You hit
to
it
share
right in the
with you what I
feels.
learned, but I do ask that you correct me if I am mistaken on any account. The story begins.
Well, I don't know anything
with
about my
Gerald
past,
serving
so
as captain of the Knights of Seros. There was a woman at the monastery with whom Gerald was quite close. At first, it seemed obvious this mystery woman was your mother. Alas, that cannot be the case. The timing is all wrong. As it was told to me, the woman in question passed away shortly before Gerald left the monastery. Yet your birth occurred sometime later, while Gerald was taking work as a mercenary. This, of course, presumes your age is accurately reported. If you were born sooner, well, the story would be quite different, would it not?
No, because he wrote it in the diary, or the diary that I was born at the monastery, but I was stolen. It's weird that I'm saying that he stole me because he's my dad, but he took me away. Like he ran away with me, but faked my death or something like that. So from my knowledge, yes, we were born at the monastery. My father was always one for secrets.
Oh, I am aware. You two were certainly enigmatic as far as mercenaries go. For example, Gerald never once spoke of his time serving as captain of the Knights. That's quite a secret to keep for all those years. In the end, your old acquaintances had little definitive to say about either of you. However, they all agreed on one thing. Your father and yourself were a strong pair. Warriors to be respected and feared. You in particular.
Respect.
In fact, many came to know you as the Ashen Demon. They say you would destroy your enemies without a hint of emotion on your face. The mercenaries I spoke to revered you as a living legend of sorts.
Oh, that's right, because apparently most of our lives...
So, that is what I learned. And I admit, it is barely more than I knew before. The next step in my research is to ask your blood for answers, and hope that it is more forthcoming than your past acquaintances.
Well, so what we know from Gerald himself, writing in his little book, is that we were born at the monastery. And also, them calling me an Ashen Demon, that's the first I've heard of it. But it makes sense, because apparently Byleth has no emotion. He doesn't show any emotion, really. Or hasn't really shown any emotion. And he hasn't cried, ever. Until, obviously, Gerald died. That's the only time he ever cried in his life. So, interesting. I guess we'll do more support. Edelgard? I have to wait for that. What about Lindhart?
Linhart, at least try to do some training. Use a staff, or a rod, or a broom, for all I care.
My apologies, but I cannot train right now. I have plans for later and don't wish to tire myself. Caspar invited me to train with him, you see.
You slept through the whole debate, didn't you? Fine, I'll summarize it for you.
Not the whole debate. I closed my eyes only after I knew what reading would cover the topic.
There you are. Don't tell me you were sneaking out to do some training.
Of course not. I was sneaking out to avoid you.
Oof.
How did you find me this time?
A mere coincidence. Why would you wish to hide from me?
Because you're an awful nuisance? Why do you pester me so?
Oh.
To ensure that your talent is not wasted due to your lack of...
It's none of your business how I spend my time or how I use my talent. Have you assumed the role of my mother? You overplay the part. She was only half as overbearing.
What is the matter with you? As house
Dang,
leader,
he's
I'm trying to
vicious.
prevent you from causing trouble for yourself and our classmates.
Fine, I'll try harder. Really. I'm sure you see all this as my interfering with your duty as a leader. Have you considered how it feels for those of us who serve below you? You are a serious pain, you know.
How so?
Ouch.
But you're like a mother who insists on accompanying her son to his own knighting ceremony.
That's taking it a bit far, don't you think?
No, I'd say that it's putting it lightly. All your interfering is greatly hindering my research.
I see. Very well. You've made your
Ouch.
perspective perfectly clear.
Ouch. Okay, or at least they're closer. But is that it between them? Wait. No, they could get deeper. So apparently there's some that can only go so far. Interesting. But usually most people stop at A. That's interesting indeed. But she can't talk to anyone else right now. Hubert and Caspar. Oh, theirs will be done.
You were rather quiet in the last battle, Caspar. Not a single war cry to be heard. It was almost as if you weren't even there.
I did it just for you, Hubert. Isn't that what you wanted? Weren't you the one who said my shouting would cause problems?
Yes, I was. And at the time, you seemed intent on ignoring my advice.
Well, that was then. Recently, my behavior caused trouble, just like you said it would.
Aw.
I was shouting the other day and some enemies heard. I pretty much gave our position away and left us open to attack. I mean, it turned out fine in the end, but someone could have died if things had played out differently. Anyway, I did some self-reflecting and realized that I probably shouldn't shout so much. A decision that I'm proud to say I came to all on my own.
All on your own, huh? It was a bad decision. Being too quiet on the battlefield is extremely dangerous.
I'm sorry, what? That's the exact opposite of what you said before.
Having seen you
He wants you
fight in
right in the middle.
silence, I have no choice but to accept the truth that your shouting is vital.
What in the world are you talking about?
We've all
'Cause you could
grown
scare
used
your
to the
enemies.
way you fight. Your battle cries help morale, and your instructions rise above the din of
True.
battle. I would go so far as to say that the soldiers under your command would be lost without the guidance of your booming voice.
I really don't get you, Hubert.
You inspire people.
That's the nicest thing
benefits
he's
of
ever
your
said to
shouting
him.
outweigh the risks. Something wrong?
Yeah! I'm back! If you want me to shout, then I'm gonna shout! I'm not even gonna think about it! I knew you'd come around!
Don't
Oh
get
my
too
God.
excited. You'll be ambushed again.
Then I guess I'm gonna have to fight some guys while shouting!
Okay, Caspar.
That might have been the wrong approach. Oh well. No cure for stupidity. I suppose I'll just have to rein him in myself.
Oh my god, Hubert. Well, nice. That was kind of nice bonding between the two of them. That's as far as it could get, though. So I guess that's the closest it'll ever be. Oh god, this is gonna be funny. Bernat, oof.
Good morning.
Oh, she's been
Well, weather is nice
confident.
today. So, it's really nice weather we're having, isn't it?
Indeed. Did you want something?
I'm really sorry.
I can't accept your apology until I know what it's for.
Oh, good point. I'm sorry I said you were terrifying.
Is that all?
Aw.
I'm used to that. No apology necessary.
But you've been avoiding me since then, right? You even stopped doing your deathly grin.
I am merely trying not to frighten you. Is there something wrong with that?
Aw,
It's
Hubert development.
working, and yes, there is. You can't
quit talking and laughing just to try to make me feel better? That's not really fair. I need to master my own fear.
Is that right?
Yes.
Hmm.
Right.
Oof.
Why?
You told me not to forego laughing, so I laughed as hard as I could. Is it helping to
In the most
conquer
evil
your
way.
fear?
Yes. I mean, someday it might. Maybe. I'm not ready!
Well, they still got another one. They got A. So it looks like she's becoming more confident. Confident. Confidant's a completely different word. But I guess they're becoming more confidant as well. The both of them are. Petra? With who? Exactly.
Taking care of
Oh,
some
for
weapon
me.
maintenance, Petra? You seem completely absorbed.
Yes, taking care of the weapons has great importance.
I cannot argue with that. That weapon there, is it from Bridget?
No, it is a weapon of Dagda. But the people of Bridget used them often.
Fascinating. I have read about the weapons of Dagda, but this is my first time seeing one in person.
Lots of weapons and fighting techniques came from Dagda to Bridget.
Ah, so Dagda to the west had a big influence on the Bridget archipelago. I am fascinated by foreign fighting techniques. Would you consider teaching me sometime?
I will.
Hmm.
But it is difficult to explain fighting with words. We can try sparring, maybe?
Yes, a practical
Aw.
demonstration. I would be quite grateful.
Let's have our beginning then.
Let's have our beginning.
Perhaps we should stop there.
Oh? Do you think you have understanding of the fighting techniques from Dagda?
Yes, now that I have experienced it firsthand. I used to look down on foreign fighting styles, but I was clearly remiss. The footwork, the nimble way you shift
Ferdinand
your
is very
weights
open-minded.
extraordinary. I will have to remember those moves for the next time I am in battle. Clearly, you have honed your skills through practice. Your fist felt as sharp as a spear.
Bridget is stuck in between Dagda and Fodlan. It is of much importance to hone our fighting techniques. I am of the royal family, but I am a warrior before that. I must fight to live and to protect my home.
When the alliances of Bridget and Dagda encroached on the Empire, they were always driven back. But perhaps the Empire's victory was due to geographic advantage or divine intervention, rather than military superiority. Having met you, that is what I think. I cannot help but feel a little disgraced.
Or numbers.
I held foreign fighting styles in such low regard without ever seeing them for myself.
When I came to Fodlan, I felt disgraced for many things that I learned. But there is no disgrace in losing ignorance. We need to be learning and growing with each other, always.
Yes, by working together we can make progress. And both sides need to look ahead to the future.
This is wholesome. That Ferdinand, and it's always wholesome with his freaking stuff. Okay. Alright. Flane and Ferdinand?
What is that lovely smell? It seems to be coming from the training area. What could it be?
Ferdinand?
You have met your match, Rust. Ah, so stubborn.
Good day to you, Ferdinand.
Oh, he's a cleaning
You
freak.
smell amazing.
It's like Ryuji
That is
from
you I am smelling, is it not?
that one show.
Ah, Flane, hello. Are you referring to the smell of this oil?
Aha! Yes, that is the smell, all right.
I am simply doing some armor maintenance. A little oil keeps the rust at bay, ensuring that the armor moves smoothly, without any hitches.
I see. I thought maybe you were doing some cooking. You smell a bit like food. But I suppose that is the oil tricking my nose.
I would not cook in the training area. Are you hungry by chance?
Not really, no. But is that oil not also used for cooking? For things like frying meat or drizzling over a nice crisp salad? Things of that nature? Were I to coat my armor in oil that smells of food, I would be distracted by hunger at all times.
I doubt that amidst actual fighting, the smell would still make you hungry. When you are in the thick of it, you devote all your focus and energy to the fight. There is no time to feel peckish.
I suppose you're right. And actually, all of this talk of delicious oil has made me hungry.
In that case, I will accompany you to the dining hall. I will be finished in a couple of minutes.
I must apologize, Ferdinand,
Aw.
but I cannot wait even a moment for you. I am famished. I shall be in the dining hall, getting my fill of fried goodies.
Well, that was quick.
My god.
I will admit, now that she has mentioned it, it is a rather appetizing smell.
See what I'm saying? Ferdinands are always so wholesome. Always wholesome. Flame? I guess there would be having a lot of flame
Now
ones.
then, where is that book on dance?
Hello, Flane. I'm curious if
Oh,
you could
wait,
confirm
true.
some suspicions I have.
I gotta make her a dancer.
What is it?
Forgot.
I've recently been lost in study on the topic of Saint Sethlene. You're familiar with her life, yes?
I know a little of her, as do many. But what does this have to do with me?
Interesting that you would ask that. Your question betrays your understanding of my inquiry.
I am quite certain that it does not, as a matter of fact.
I have interviewed several members of the
For a young
Academy
girl,
and the
she's very,
monastery.
like,
All agree that you have trouble
speaking
focusing on detail-oriented work.
maturely.
As I mentioned, I have been carefully researching Saint Sethlene's history, and I found several intriguing anecdotes concerning her life. Granted, it is not stated explicitly in the texts, but it is easy enough to read between the lines and get to the underlying truth. The authors of several tomes, all written within 50 years of Saint Sethlene's passing, imply she
feel like falling
found it
asleep.
difficult to maintain focus on detail-oriented tasks. Then, just this morning, as I was studying statues of Saint Sethlene, I came to realize how similar her visage is to your own. Interesting, no?
I do not appreciate your disrespectful approach to this topic.
No disrespect intended, I assure you. Saint Sethlene is a major saint. I only mean to say that looking like her is an honor.
I actually meant that you are being disrespectful to Saint Sethlene.
There was one other item.
If you must.
You are quite skilled in white magic, yes? My
She
understanding
descends
is that
from
you have
Saint
a very
Sethlene.
high affinity for the art.
Yes, I do. I am confident in my abilities. I am glad of my abilities, for it is a way in which I am able to help others.
Indeed. Once more an echo of Saint Sethlene. I'm so curious as to why such similarities exist. Her crest? Perhaps hereditary traits then? Or is it possible I am allowing myself to see patterns where there are none?
I am very busy searching for a book. I will be going now.
Okay, so she's a descendant of Saint Sethlene. It's pretty much confirmed by that. She knows too. Bow tournament. We already know we're gonna win. Bernat is already gonna win. Bernat, let's go. Oh my, look at, okay, I'm sorry, Gnatsu, you're gonna get smacked. Look at that. 4 might versus times 218. Good night. Good night. Get him.
Can I go now?
No, you're freaking amazing. You're gonna give me 5,000 gold. I mean, she already gave me 100 gold. Alright, to Ash. Oh, dude, I might be able to do this entire competition without healing once. Because Bernat is that good. Get him.
Can I go now?
No. Dude, it only took 1 round for her to win the first, or the 1 turn to win both round 1 and 2. Shoot, you know what? I'm gonna have her go in the quarterfinals without healing either. Like, I'm sorry, good night. Oh my god. Bernat is by far the best bow user in this game, period. Like, this is the character that I recommend. Like, if you don't have the Black Eagle house and you're some other house, get Bernat. She is the best one in the game, period. Dude, I could even do this without heal. Dude, I might just do the whole thing without healing her. Eh. I guess I could be safe rather than sorry.
Can I go now?
Just in case someone accidentally somehow dodges. Alright, I'll just restore once. Oh yeah, because she's gonna go against Claude. I mean, she shouldn't lose, even with, because she still has 22 health left. Well, I'm gonna restore it anyways. Alright. Kill him. She's even a better bow user than Claude. And he's a house leader. He couldn't do any. I could have. No, I didn't have to heal her at all. She would have won. Isn't that nuts? Dude. Freaking Bernat. I just knew I was gonna win this easy. Hell yeah, Bernat. It's surprising to me how, like, people can make their certain characters different classes. Like, one of my friends said he made her into a mage, which I was like, what? Because, like, for me, she's a heavy armor unit. She's a tank. I am an avid arms collector. Since coming to live here, however, I've had much more trouble finding new items for my collection. Any ideas as to where I might find some uncommon weapons? Ask the knights to show you some weapons. Try talking to a merchant? Ask a blacksmith to teach you how to craft your own?
That is a good option.
Okay, that's a decent one. That's a decent one.
It has been a while since we last spoke, Professor. Spare me a moment again, will you not?
Of course.
You recall how you helped me and allowed me to join your class, yes? I have learned a great many things since then. Indeed, I have truly grown so much. This personal growth is due in large part to you, and I wish to express my gratitude, sincerely.
I'm not sure you've grown that much.
Excuse me? Are you implying that I am still naive? I will have you know that I have made
I mean, you've
many
only been in my
friends
class for like a
and am
month.
Constantly learning new things. Why, when I go to the market alone, I even haggle. You must be familiar with the delicate art of haggling, in which one negotiates a lower asking price for an item. That is the type of knowledge common only to those as mature as myself.
How old are you again?
Who? Me?
Yes, you.
Have you not asked this once before? It is a bit rude to ask repeatedly, you know.
But you never told me.
Is that so? Well, it seems we have something in common, since I do not know your age either. Come now, there is nothing to be gained from focusing so heavily on age. Touching on a previous
Yes, there
discussion,
is.
I think I have learned more about you. I mentioned how you possess an
Oh.
air of mystery. I compared you to
So do
Emerald
you.
Sea, but I have come to realize you are more like a particular sea, one I have seen before. When I was quite small,
Oh.
my mother would take me out to play in the sea. She was an excellent fisher, my mother. I grew to love fish deeply because of her.
Why are you going with this? Or where are you
Well,
going
you
with this?
see, fish are... Oh, wait. I was talking about the sea, was I not? Anyhow, I sense that, like the sea, your depths are seemingly impenetrable. Yet, despite
such
your
weird
unknowable
dialogue.
depths, there is something familiar about you. It's as if we have met somewhere, long, long ago.
Ah, you mean like your ancestor met, I don't know, the woman that's inside my brain? Moda? You think we've met before?
No, I do not think so. It is all quite strange, really. I wonder if we might be distant relatives. No, that cannot be it either. After all, if we were related, that would mean... Though considering all that Rhea has done, it is not entirely outside the realm of possibility.
What? What has Rhea done?
Apologies. Just muttering to myself. It is nothing. Mutterings aside,
You saying that you're my
I
niece?
mean to say that you do not feel like a stranger to me. For whatever reason, I feel deeply connected to you. And for
That's
this,
kind of awkward.
I am glad.
Our
gonna happen-
professor is
oh.
certainly adventurous, but I wonder what the point was of putting us on the same team.
What?
Because
You
of
think
skills.
teaming up with me is a bad idea?
Yes. Results or no results, this is far from a great idea.
I'm gonna force them to love each other.
I was hoping we would do better.
It's a decent result for two people who don't get along terribly well.
But you know what they say about people who don't get along terribly well. Or should I say, people who hate each other really love each other. Oh, look at me. I'm depressed. I'm sad. Look at him. Dude, he's still sad like 2 weeks later after his dad died. He's still so sad. I'm so sad. I'm so sad, and it's been a week since I made the last part. Support? Support for who? Ferdinand and Caspar? Well, let's do it. They'll max out their...
Caspar, I have
Support.
been waiting.
Ferdinand. Waiting for what?
I am going to give you a lesson on the righteous path of the noble.
Righteous path? What? You have a problem with my path now? You think you're more righteous than me?
That remains to be seen. I heard you stopped a robbery in town the other day. Some despicable thief who was robbing an elderly shopkeeper. Rumor has it you didn't wreak as much havoc as usual.
Hey now, I think you're underestimating me here. When the thief showed up, the old shopkeeper was so scared that he could barely stand. I didn't want the guy to pass out, so I had to stay calm while handling the situation. Rather than fighting, I gave my own money to the thief and told him to get out of there. Or else.
How, magnanimous of you.
The thief fell for it and left
I
the
expected
shop.
him to kill
That's
him.
when I chased him down. I got my money back and gave that thief a good beating. He won't be back here anytime soon.
Oh, okay.
So you
Makes
walloped
sense.
the scoundrel. That does sound like you. I am finding this story more plausible. Nevertheless, I think...
Hold on. Now it's your turn. I heard a very interesting story about you recently.
Oh my
My
god,
turn,
the
eh?
gossip.
Let's hear this story then.
The way I heard it, you punched a foreign soldier right in the middle of town.
Stop. I know what
Oof.
you are getting at. But you have the wrong idea.
Let's hear your version then.
I had been browsing for weapons at a rundown stall. Suddenly, a man seized the stall's owner and started dragging him away. Someone with a less
Oof.
generous spirit might say the peddler had it coming. His wares were quite inferior after all. But without a moment's hesitation, I leapt to his aid and soundly defeated the goon.
Well done. Sounds exciting.
It was nothing, really. Anyway, the old shopkeeper let me in on the details. He said that he was a novice trader, tricked by a noble into selling low-quality goods. That ruse was about to come to light, so the noble had sent a mercenary to keep the shopkeeper silent.
So that's what really happened.
Interesting.
I just heard you snapped and attacked some noble servant. I figured it was worth asking about.
Well, I won't deny it.
Huh.
I forgot my rank for a moment and let my instincts take over.
Is there something wrong with that? It sounds a little like something I would do.
And your, gentle approach to handling that robbery. That sounds like something I might do. You were not overcome by your impulses. You kept a cool head, for the most part.
I think we're starting to rub off on each other.
Oh,
Always
yes,
looking for a way to
wholesomeness.
defend justice and to lift each other up.
Partners in justice, eh? Well now, that I can agree to.
That was wholesome. But that's the end of their bonds. Now that is wholesome. I'm still so sad. Look at him. Him's depressed. Him's wishes for the better. But I will skip all these battles, and we will get right into the thick of it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. But this time, ladies and gentlemen, we're far into the future. We're 2 or 3 weeks after the last little scene that you just saw. So I did play a little bit of ahead, play through the battles, of course, increase some of the power of our weapons, added some certifications, did exploring, all sorts of stuff, did of course all the instructions and stuff like that. So we are way ahead. I know I did a lot of things in off-screen land, but now we're fast forward to the end of the month, which is now the mission, and Edelgard has now approached us, and she says, Professor, I know where the enemy is, where Solon is, so we're gonna find out what she means by that. But ladies and gentlemen, there's also a surprise. I actually managed to get someone, and you'll see what I mean. But as we delve into this, now let's continue.
They're in a place called the Sealed Forest, close to the monastery.
Okay.
The Archbishop is gathering the knights to begin a search. She's doing so in secret, behind our backs.
Who? Why in secret?
She must be afraid that a thirst for revenge will compel you to seek them out. Now that you know, will you give us the order?
No, I will not allow it.
This discovery comes
The
just when the
samurai
knights are
knight?
at their busiest. It is all too likely that our foes revealed themselves to lure you out there. They are the ones who took Gerald from you. I know how you must despise them, but I must ask you to rein in your personal feelings for now.
You can't stop me.
Please, Professor, do not act carelessly. I ask
Who
that
is
you
the
leave
samurai
this
knight?
to us. Losing you so soon after losing Gerald would be unbearable.
Lady Rhea,
True.
our professor is not acting out of revenge. Sending us out there is the most strategic move we can make. You can't deny it. Most of the knights are still far away. Not only does our professor wield a hero's relic, but there is no one here who is more powerful. Seteth and the few remaining knights can't leave the monastery unattended. We have fought under our teacher's
True.
command countless times. We are the most effective army here, and we are already prepared for battle. We have no idea what
Okay,
the enemy is
Edelgard,
plotting.
speak.
We must act now.
Professor, do you agree with this strategy?
Oh,
Understood.
I'm agreeing with it.
I will give you the order. Destroy the enemy that is hiding in the sealed forest. You have the protection of
this
the goddess
samurai
on
guy,
your
though?
side. Whatever happens, you shall overcome.
Let's go, my teacher. Whatever happens, do not lose your conviction out there.
Actually, before we do the mission, there's something I gotta do. And that is more support. But I have a reveal here. Guess what I did in off-screen land? Look at it! It's Ingrid! I did it. I added her. So now she's part of our class. I finally have a Pegasus Knight, like someone that's a flyer now. I'm so happy. Anyways, let's continue with the rest of these support. Let's go with Dorothea.
You're in high spirits today, Dorothea.
Yes, I have met someone quite charming recently. I'm hoping we can spend more time together soon.
Well, I wish you the
another
best of
one?
luck. I wish I had some advice to offer. Alas, I do not.
Don't worry too much about it, 80. I'd guess romance isn't really something you're interested in anyway.
I'm not completely disinterested.
Oh yeah?
Oh.
Is there someone you have your eye on?
To be honest, there's nothing resembling romance in my life at present. It's not that I'm disinterested. I'm simply too busy with other endeavors. I have no time to spare for such things.
That's not surprising. You're not just
Right, she
any
is a
old noble
princess.
after all.
Yeah, she's
Anyone
the
who
emperor,
has
or
feelings
future
for you,
empress.
well, they're in for a pretty complicated life.
True.
Legit.
And I can't ignore the possibility that I may have to marry for political purposes. I doubt I'll ever have the
Ferdinand. We're
opportunity
gonna force
for a
them.
passionate romance as long as I live.
That's no way to talk. You meet the right person and boom, you have passion to spare. Could be someone you've just met or someone you've known your whole life. There's no telling how life will go. Something could even spark between the two of us.
You and I?
What?
Now that is an entertaining thought. If such an exciting future is in store, I look forward to it.
Oh yeah? That's awfully sweet of you, Adie.
Oh, that's nice. They have attained support level B. A spark of a deeper friendship. Hubert and Linhart. Oh yeah, so they're gonna be done after this.
I can't believe it. How can I show my face to Lady Edelgard after this?
That's what you get,
What?
Hubert. If you rested like me, you wouldn't collapse from exhaustion.
As much as it pains me to say it, you're right. But to be looked after by you of all people, that might be the worst part of this. I don't know how to feel, to be honest. So for now, let's pretend I thanked you.
We just came off a
Oh,
rest
come
too.
now. Even I wouldn't abandon someone who collapsed.
What did I just do? Oh, I hit something wrong. Auto
You
advance.
would have in
There
a
we go.
heartbeat if anyone else had been around.
Ah yes, quite accurate, Hubert. Why would I ever bother to be a decent person if there were anyone else I could foist the duty upon? If your situation turned bad, it would have been an
Linhart's
absolute
terrible.
hassle. I could never just leave you there.
If that were the sort of man you truly were, we could never be friends.
But if we weren't friends, I probably would have just left you.
Shame you're so reluctant to do any real work. You're actually pretty good at this. Made sure I was comfortable, checked carefully for injuries, even carried me here yourself. If only you'd apply that knowledge of yours so proactively and thoroughly all the time, you'd be a tremendous
He's a
asset
healer.
to the Empire.
Yeah, he's
There
a
you go
tremendous
again.
healer.
I see no problem with staying just the way I am. Think of it this way.
Oh.
In an anthill, 20% of the ants are asleep at any given time. And it's not because they're lazy. Far from it. When the working ants become tired, they go to sleep and the others wake up. That's me. I'm the ant who rests so I can work later when other people are tired.
Maybe that's true.
He's
But even
always
if it is,
resting.
it's still just a fancy way to say you let others do all the work. Consider me
Right.
unconvinced.
I'll consider you a bother and leave it at that. You and Edelgard work far too hard. I mean it. Take a break now and then. If you both collapsed, I think it'd be too much effort for me to bother with. Get some rest, Hubert. Not as much as me, of course.
Fine.
Okay, that was actually decent. And it ends on that. It was actually a decent, because their last support wasn't really that all too nice. That was a decent one.
Hey there, Hubie. I've been thinking about our conversation the other day,
Hubie.
and I've just got to know, do you really love Adie?
If it's one or the other, I suppose it would be closer to love than to hate. Why?
I knew it! That's why you work so hard for Adie. Oh, Hubie, I finally get you. You're just another servant suffering from unrequited love for their mistress.
You completely misunderstand. Unrequited love. Do I really look like the kind of drooling simpleton to have that kind of motivation?
I'd like to say yes, but I know you just argue. Fine, Hubie. Tell me your situation.
My situation is simple. I am walking a path.
Oh, do go on.
Everyone has a path in life. Lady Edelgard has shown me mine. It is just beside her own. So we walk together side by side. We stride ever forward, yielding to nothing and to no one.
So,
Guess it's wholesome.
you're sharing the same dream?
Bluntly, yes. But it's more than
people
just
should.
a shared dream. I have many feelings
In
towards
this
Lady
context.
Edelgard. Gratitude, respect, awe, empathy, trust, hope.
Okay. I was teasing you, but I gotta say I'm just a little bit jealous of you and 80. That you're able to embrace these feelings and stride forward along the same path. You're lucky, Hubie. I don't know if I'll ever get the chance to experience anything so utterly operatic.
Why not?
Because I figure the best quality in a partner would be that they make me happy. And loving another is really about wanting to be loved. I'm pretty sure that's different from how things are with you and 80.
Yeah, I can't really tell what's going on between Hubert, like whether he actually has the feeling of love, but he said it's closer to love than hate, obviously. He just respects her. He just likes her as a person. We all know that platonic relationships are impossible. Lindhart and Dorothea.
How did you know Dorothea was an orphan?
I hear she buttered up some noble and he enrolled her in the academy.
Does someone like that even belong here?
Ouch. That's kind of racist. It's not even racist, it's like statusist.
I suggest ignoring them.
Lynn, don't scare me like that.
Lynn.
You seem less scared than surprised, but that's quibbling, I suppose. As for those two gossips, unimportant. I suggest forgetting all about them and their petty words. Join me for a meal. I've been the target of a lot of gossip, and eating generally makes me feel better.
Don't pretend we're the same. If I could brush it off so easily, I would.
It doesn't seem particularly difficult. Where's the problem? Is this about your pride?
Right.
No, not even a little bit.
What then?
Lynn, please just go away. I want to be alone right now.
That's fine. But your life is your own business. It's not something that can be affected by the petty words of a stranger. Sorry. I kept talking, didn't I? I'll stop now.
Please do.
But Linhart's speaking straight facts. We're getting close, like everyone's support levels are getting closer to max. So things are
Linhart,
getting a little bit
I
more
have been waiting for much time.
serious.
Please, watch me.
Watch what, Petra? Whoa! Hey, careful with that spear!
Whoa.
How did you find that? I did more training.
Ah, you took my advice then. I will
But
say
Linhart
the
doesn't even know how to
problematic
use a
maneuver
spear.
seems improved at least.
At least? It is still no good?
The spear isn't really my area of expertise, but I've seen enough
Thank
training
you,
to
that's what she
understand the
said.
mechanics. I believe I can use that understanding to further help you improve your spear work.
My spear work.
Right! As I said, when you lift up and stab down, the momentum is ruined. You're trying to swing like a giant. You're not a giant, so that's a problem. So allow the spear's own momentum to do more of the hard work for you.
Spear momentum.
The spear is heavy. When you lift it up high, loosen your grip a little.
At the top of my swing, loosen my grip. And then the weight will carry it down?
Precisely. When you put too much power into it, not only do you exhaust your grip, you tire yourself out. Got it? All that effort is taking its toll on me.
You are very clever. I wonder why you have hatred for training.
Because training is too much like fighting, and I'd really rather not fight. Also, I find training terribly dull. Anyway, good night.
He does not use his cleverness. It is a very big waste. I want you to use your power, Linhart.
That's a little wholesome. I mean, it's B level, right? Yep. Caspar with Dorothea, okay.
Hey, Dorothea, something's been bothering me. I kind of feel like you act more casually around me than you do with other people.
Casually? I don't know what you mean.
I just feel like you're always asking me to do things that might make other people uncomfortable. Like when you asked me to clean your room. You're not very flirty toward me like you are with the other guys. You seem weirdly comfortable around me.
You pay
She
more
sees you as a
attention than I
friend.
would have thought. Hey, are you interested in me? You know, interested.
What? No. It just seemed weird, and I was curious.
I'm kidding. It's true that I do find you quite a convenient little helper at times. It's like you're... how to put it? You're like a little brother to me.
But isn't he older than you?
Really? That's not exactly a compliment.
No, but it's true. And now that I've thought about it, I like the whole idea. Why don't you try calling me Big Sis and see how it feels?
No,
No.
that's not gonna happen.
Why not?
I'd say the same thing.
I'm embarrassed just thinking about it.
Oh,
This is
come
weird.
on. It's just a goof. You can manage it at least once, can't you? Please? Oh, I know. If you do it, I'll stop using you for my chores. How's that sound?
That's an enticing offer. Fine. Once.
Oh my god.
Big sis.
Well done,
Oh my
Caspar.
God.
You're such a cute little boy. I'm proud to have you as a sibling.
I'm not cute.
Thought he's older
and
than
I'm
her.
not little. How would you feel if I made you call me Big Bro?
Oh? Well, I wouldn't mind that at all. Big bro.
Oh my god.
Is something wrong?
This is
Big
just an
bro?
awkward conversation. I just walk away.
Oh, this is the worst.
Alright. And then finally, Bernat and Petra. Which I like to call her
Ting.
Petra.
Really? There's no way I can do this. Goddess, why couldn't I have stayed in today?
Bernadetta, is this a trouble you are having? I heard that the duty to hunt is yours today.
The duties all got assigned while I was holed up in my room.
Do not be worrying. I can show you the way to hunt well.
Oh, okay then.
When you see a beast, you are thinking of it as an enemy. That is how prey thinks. You must think of the beasts as food. That is how the hunter thinks.
So it's not an enemy, it's food. But, how is it food when it's still alive?
You pick the vegetables from the field. Those have life too. It is the same. You take a blade in your hand and take the lives of the vegetables. You cut their stalks and harvest without mercy. They do not scream, but you are still their killer.
True.
Fruit ripens and falls to the ground. The seeds sprout and a new life is born. That is life's cycle. It has cruelty, yes, but you must end life to eat. You must be killing to be living.
Maybe, but I don't know if I
Freaking
want to be
Petra.
some
Philosophical.
kind of vegetable murderer.
It is the same for rabbits, deer, pheasants. The only difference being that they cannot cry out. You must do what you must do to be living in this world. It is your task.
A task. Yes, just a task. A completely mindless task.
Feel it. There, in the grass. Prey is moving, just like a vegetable in the wind. Give it an arrow, just like you would give a vegetable a blade. It is just your task.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just like cutting a stem.
You are now a hunter. You have learned how to hunt.
I am? I have? Oh, good! What a relief.
You have understanding now, I can tell.
Great! Leave it to me. I'll hunt down my prey just like their
Murder is
vegetables.
just a task.
I have
I'm just
belief
kidding.
in you.
Aw, thanks, Petra. I can do this. Make way for Huntmaster Bernie!
Have luck, Bernie.
That's wholesome.
Ow! What? No! Stay back! I'm sorry, Mr. Rabbit. I didn't mean it! Why are you
the rabbit's beating her up? Is it a vicious rabbit? Oh, look at him, he's still depressed. He's like, guys, help.
We are now within the sealed forest. We must not let our guard down.
Professor, we'll avenge Gerald for you, no matter what.
Remember, it is a bad idea to get distracted by revenge.
I have readiness. Our enemies will be taking... we will take our enemies down.
Well, it's not like we have any other missions this month. I suppose this is as good a way as any to spend our energy.
Lindhart spending energy? We'd better finish this fast before the pigs start flying everywhere.
Lower your voice.
Right.
The enemy could be close. It is time to repay the kindness of the professor who saved my life.
Professor, I know I'm the one who insisted we come here, but don't doubt for a moment that the enemy is waiting for you.
Lady Edelgard, what are you saying?
What other objective could they possibly have? We have no clue what kind of trap is waiting for us. Please be careful, my teacher. We can't afford to lose you.
Aww.
The enemy is strong, but you will prevail. You must.
Thanks, Hubert. Monica! Are we gonna kill Monica? She's only level 21. Oh, these people are easy. Defeat the commander. So we just really have to go for Monica.
Look there! Demonic beasts! I suppose they aren't holding back.
Yeah, but those are the easier ones, I think.
Hello, you're here. Welcome to the Forest of Death. My name is Kranya. This weakling girl was just a borrowed look for me.
Oh.
This is what
no,
I
so
really
Sedith was
look like.
right.
Now, you vermin, I'll take down every last one of you.
Okay, so Sedith was right. She wasn't really Monica.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
If this takes too long, I might be forced to escape. Oh, or do you simply intend to let me go? How accommodating of you. As for me, I intend to kill you all.
Yes, Ferdinand.
That was nothing.
Yeah, Ferdinand. Attack Thoron, maybe? I don't think we really need that. Let's do this. Nice.
Winning's always nice.
This is down. 23? Dude, we should be leveling up a lot
Not
in this.
quite what I was after.
No, get him.
You're finished! Yeah!
Oh, I thought you missed for a
I did
second.
what I
Dang,
had to.
that was a nice move. Okay. Come on, Ingrid, hold strong. Hell yeah!
You weren't ready.
She killed 2 people, I think. Nice. Come on, Ferdinand. That means nothing. Attack. Let's get. See, now we have a rider and a flyer.
The mark of nobility.
21.
The noble standard.
The noble standard. Oh, a magic staff. See, we're just gonna death ball the whole way around, because that's usually the best strategy to go with in this game. Is just to death ball. Could I have him come up and kill him? Yes. Nice.
This was beneath me.
This was beneath him. miss. Heck yeah. Good job, Ingrid. Dude, I'm so happy I got Ingrid. Hold strong, Ingrid. Yes. Kill him. Hell
Over
yeah.
already?
She already killed 3 people. She might be the MVP. Now she's over 20.
Have I improved some?
Improved? Yes, you did. Steel sword.
It's over.
I think I'm gonna get flame. Dang.
Each battle a chance to grow.
Flame's now 18.
I am maturing at a rapid pace.
Come up and attack him. Go. This Monica's probably trembling in her seat. Half her forces are taken out already. Oh, he's recharging? Needle guards should be fine. Yeah, that didn't do anything. Come on, hold it together. Go. Nice, he's
All
dead.
roses have thorns.
Get him.
Oh, how cute! You're trying so hard. But now it's time to die.
For you. Oh, Petra's gonna. You both are assassins, but Petra is so much better. Get him for a minute. Nope, wait. Let's see. Can I kill her? Yep. Get him. Yes. 22. Hell yeah, bro.
Always getting stronger.
Nice, we got a revenge. Heal tile. Sure, why not? I got her. Oh wait, she's still alive?
But how? How could I really lose? To a lonely
Because Petra
creature
and
like
Bernat
you?
are amazing.
Well,
Solon, don't just stand there and stare. I need your help.
yes, you most certainly do.
Huh?
What is he? Did he put his hand through her body?
Have no fear, Kranya. Your sacrifice will help to rid this world of the filthy vermin that have long infested it.
What the heck? Can't even tell what he's doing.
Time is finally come to unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharas upon our enemies!
Oh, did he take out her heart? Did he rip out her heart?
Please, help me.
Spell of Zathroth's?
Be gone with you, Fellstar.
That could only have been magic. What happened to our professor?
They were swallowed by the mystical darkness of the forbidden spell. An eternity wandering in a void of nothingness, never to return to this world. To think
Except
we almost had the sword of the Creator.
You're lying! Our professor is alive, I know it!
That's right. our professor is no ordinary human.
It is hard to fathom that our professor would die in a place like this.
It is possible that death has yet to find your friend, but there are worse things than death. Drifting through the darkness with no chance of escape, overwhelmed with hopelessness. It must be torturous.
You're already boasting a victory, but know this. If you did use such devious tricks to stop our professor, I swear that you will regret it.
I cannot help but agree with her this once. Even if our professor is trapped in darkness, that is not the end of their story.
I will not forgive such arrogance. If you prefer it so, you shall also be added to the ranks of the dead.
Kill him. Come on, class. They know their professor. Can I just turn back time and come out of the darkness?
What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? Are you just a boulder that rolls down whatever hill it's on? No, even a boulder has more sense.
I can explain.
Excuses won't help us. This darkness is terrifying. As you and I are one, I too am trapped within this void. But please consider this. This realm of darkness we are in is separate from the world from which you came. I mean that it would take a god to leave this place. In time, our hearts and minds will
You're a
cease
god,
to be.
though.
Are you prepared to die?
But you're a god.
How very brave of you to joke at times like these. There is no other choice.
What choice?
Do you recall your father's diary? He said you were a child who never cried nor laughed. I think I am the one to blame. I must
Wait,
have
so
been
you were
asleep,
in me since I was a
but
baby?
even then, I feel I was a part of you. I do not know how Rhea managed it, but she allowed me to exist inside of you. The truth
So
is,
she
I
knows that
have
she's the
always
goddess.
been with you. It is within you that I found my power yet again. The power of a goddess. The power of the progenitor god.
Oh, come on.
My
Violet, they
name
knew.
is Sothis. By now, you must be well aware of what that means. I am the one who watches over Fodlan and the creatures dwelling there.
But you don't even know
I am
that.
Sothis. She who died and then returned.
Somehow I knew it to be true. I mean, why else would
There
a
is
creepy
but
girl
one
be in my
thing
head
left
this
to
whole
do
time?
to save us from this darkness of eternity. I must now use the power of a god.
And how are you going to do
However,
that, considering
I
you
lack a
don't
body
even know
of
your
my
past?
own. And so I must relinquish all the power that I have to you. The time has come for you and
haven't
I
you
to join as one.
been doing
And when
What?
that comes to pass, then I shall disappear.
Huh? I won't allow it.
When I say
Wait, why am I
disappear,
saying that?
I do not mean that all I am will be no more.
Of course I want her out of my head.
My soul will join with yours, and you and I will never be apart.
That's kind of creepy.
But
Okay.
I will no longer have the chance to speak with you. I shall miss it. So
Aw.
long have I been on this path with you. Through you, I got to see and hear this world. I even got to chastise you from time to time. I may not have acted like a goddess, but it was certainly fun. For all that you have done, thank you. I'm glad that it was you to whom my fate was bound.
Thank you for everything, I guess.
Now, we must pray. For if we share this wish, our spirits too will join as one.
I'm kind of confused.
Your
So is she
wish
gonna take over my body
Is
and
to
be a...
return to the forest, stop the enemy, and rescue the little ones.
The little
No
ones.
need for words. I know your heart as though it were my own.
I'm so confused. I'm so confuzzled. Oh, Zenmanic.
Your will and mine are now as one. Both sides of time are revealed to you, and you alone. You know I
So
am the
am
beginning.
I gonna become the goddess?
What shall you do?
So Byleth is literally gonna become the goddess then. How does she even know how to do this? If she didn't even know that she was... Get it. Soulless. We're couple free. Solon, whatever her name is.
So the Fellstar consumes even the darkness itself.
Oh my god, do I have white hair now? So what is his plan now that it failed?
Professor, it is you, right? I knew that you would always come back to us. I'd like to ask about your appearance, but for now, let's dispose of our enemies.
Right?
What did you see in the darkness of Zaharas? This should be impossible. The only being that can withstand that darkness is... Unless I dispose of you myself, I may never have the chance to send you back there.
He knows the goddess had an intervention. Dang. Fusing with Sothis allowed the Sword of Creator to regain its true power. Look at the fire burning behind everyone. This guy's still alive. Okay. Let's kill him.
Watch and learn.
Oh yeah. Sublime Creator
Should
Sword?
I have held back?
Wipe him out.
That is that.
And I'm now 27.
Such
Flame
power
is with me.
dwells within.
My appearance, dude. Why do I have white hair? What's up, Alright, the beast is dead. Of course it goes for a
This is going to hurt, okay?
Okay.
Take me seriously.
I think he is now. Probably like, shoot, I should have slapped him. Let's go.
No hesitation.
Oh my god, I'm just destroying people. Plane is now 19.
I feel my strength building.
Go. Yeah, I was hoping he was gonna miss. That's good.
Ready.
Then I'm gonna have her come up and kill him. Go.
Too slow.
Holy, no damage. Okay.
You weren't ready.
Nice. Dude, Ingrid was such a nice bonus to this. She might be MVP.
I am terrified by you. Even though an emotion like fear has no place inside me, that means you must be eliminated.
I'm not gonna kill you.
To think
I only needed
that
one
I
swing.
would lose to mere beasts.
So is he dead?
But this is not the end. Talus will
He's gonna check
carry
him
out
out.
our mission somehow.
Talus.
It's over. Now, Professor.
Oh, so he is
about
dead.
your appearance.
My appearance? Nothing's happened. I'm just back. Nothing's different about me. Sothis is still part of me, like she was always, just a little different. Thanks to the efforts of Sprite, all of your allies' motivations increased. Look, my character changed. Is that
hair.
permanent?
And those eyes. You remind me of someone. What happened to you?
Oh wow, I'm gonna come out straight out and say it. I mean, something obviously happened to me, and I can't give no BS thing. I have to be convincing. The goddess gifted me her power.
The goddess? I see. Well, I'm happy for you. Your weapon is called the Sword of the Creator, after all. It's no wonder she looks favorably upon you. Just as it was with Saint Saros, no doubt. And just how will you use this new power, Professor?
For myself. For the people of the world. For my students. Ugh. For the people of the world. For my students.
For us? I see. Tell me, if the world, and your students included, were to divide and go to war with each other, what would you do? In that scenario, each side would represent both the world and your students. Who would you...
Why would you want to know that?
Professor, have you fallen asleep? This must be a side effect of your recent changes. I can't just leave you here. I could try carrying you, but no. I had better call for Hubert.
Oh, because Hubert's... She can't physically carry me? I mean, you wear heavy armor all day.
Times flow.
Rhea.
See the glow of flames ever burning bright.
Oh yeah, Rhea had something to do with this.
The swift rivers drift, broken memories alight.
Professor, you must remain still.
Is it... What? Why is it... shifted like that? Why is she sideways? Is that... Wait, is she holding my head? I'm so confused. What happened?
Everything is all right. There is no need to worry. Those who are trying to harm you are far away.
I'm really concerned. She did something, didn't she? Oh, she must know.
How lovely it would be for this moment to last forever. I wish I could hold on to this time we have stolen, that you and I could create a world without end. I have heard whispers of what happened to you.
Oh, she knows what happened.
Your appearance. You have received power from the goddess. From the moment you took hold of the sword of the Creator, I prayed that one day the radiant power of Sothis, which bathes Fodlan in its celestial light, might reside within you. But you are so much more than the light. You are my... Close your eyes, dear one. Sleep.
I'm laying in her lap.
Just a while longer. I will be watching over you. Always. Always and forever.
$5,000 gold. 1,000. Of course, it's not until the very end of the month.
Rhea,
that it
please
happens.
talk to me. What are you hiding? What is the meaning
Right,
of how that
tell me
one
too.
looks? It is almost as though...
As I said, there is nothing of which to speak. For now. At the end of this month...
I read Gerald's diary. I happened upon it in his room.
What?
In it, he stated the reason for his departure. The baby, thought to have died in the fire, has returned to us. Gerald realized that you had done something to the child and decided to flee. What did you do to that baby, Rhea? Nothing questionable, I should hope.
Saideth enough. They will be here shortly. No more, I beg of you. I will take our dear professor to the Holy Tomb. There, I should be able to see our dearest wishes to fruition. When I was young, I heard her voice there. I'm sure of it. You may enter.
What's our intentions, man?
I have
Sedath
been
now
awaiting your
knows.
arrival, Professor. Now that you have received sacred power from the goddess, there is somewhere you must pay a visit to at once. You must go to the Holy Tomb so that you may receive a divine revelation from the goddess.
A revelation?
The Holy Tomb is where the goddess sleeps. This monastery was originally built for the purpose of protecting that hallowed temple.
Only a select few know of it, but there is a legend about Seros and the Holy Tomb. Saint Seros, the first soul to be gifted power from the goddess, received her revelation there. She was told that it was her sacred duty to save the people of Fodlan, and that she must use her power wisely in order to lead them. The words that were handed down to Seros from the goddess will likely fall upon your ears as well.
Prepare yourself to go at once. There, may you find out why you were blessed with such power.
There will be a ceremony at the Holy Tomb. It is then that you will receive the goddess's revelation. You may share this mission with your students.
Do you think it's wise?
It is said that when Seros received the revelation, she had holy warriors by her side protecting her. Your students, who have followed you and fought alongside you through the darkest of times, are well suited to stand by you for the ceremony. Of course,
True.
as the leader of the Church of Seros, I will be by your side as well.
Isn't that too dangerous?
The Holy Tomb is a sacred temple that is sealed off from the rest of the world. There is nothing to fear. Even if something were to happen, I am more than capable of protecting myself.
Much has changed, but your duty has not wavered. Steel your mind for the ceremony and prepare your students well.
So they're basically thinking I'm gonna become the next saint. Basically, like Seros. They think I'm like the next major saint. By fusing with Sothis and awakening the progenitor god's power. What's that word? God's power, Sprite obtained this certification for the Enlightened One class. Oh. Interesting.
It's time to start anew.
I don't really like that design though. Well, there's probably so many people that want to talk to us, right? Well, I'll either do that in Off-Screen Land or in the next one. I guess at the end of this month, and I guess the end of part 14, when that comes along, ladies and gentlemen, we'd be going and becoming a saint, maybe? Well, actually, I mean, we technically are the goddess now, because Sothis fused with us? I'm so confused. Anyways, we'll do that in the next part. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. We got our revenge. We killed both Solon and Monica, who wasn't Monica. She was someone else. But, I mean, those two main villains are dead. So, the Flame Emperor is still out there somewhere. And that one other guy in the beginning is still out there somewhere. So there's like 2 or 3 maybe max villains still out there. But I guess we won't see them for quite some time. But anyways, I love all of you. Thanks for watching. Can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Post in the comment section below your thoughts and feelings. What were your reactions to all these events? Can't wait to see what happens next. Anyway, have a good one. Peace off. Thank you very much.